Hello YouTube, what's going on? Today I want to talk about, I'm a die-hard Eagles fan. I love the Eagles so much. I haven't missed a game in, oh man, like 22 years. I've watched every single game since I was 10 years old maybe. And I mean, if you pay attention to American sports, they just won the Super Bowl. And part of the reason they're so great is they have some of the greatest coaches in the world. The Eagles' current offensive line coach, his name is Jeff Stoutland, came from Alabama, and a lot of the players go as far as printing out T-shirts and it says Stoutland University on it, and it's just like this guy coaching me changed my life. The Eagles center Jason Kelce, who is a big name now, has his own podcast and everything. He was an okay player for half his career. Then Jeff Stoutland comes in, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Some people consider him to be the best center of all time. He was a 6th-round pick, so basically a nobody who most people didn't expect to ever make it. One of the smallest centers to ever exist, and is now considered one of the greatest centers of all time. Now, we are a strange team where we leave no stone unturned. We went to Australia because we were watching some giant dude play Australian rules rugby. And the guy is 6'8", 300 pounds, running over people. The Eagles draft him, a guy with no experience whatsoever, right? Comes to the Eagles, and his first week at training camp, he didn't know how to put on the pads. This past year, most people graded him as the best player in the league, regardless of position. That is insane. And when he's getting introduced in a game, they'll show all the players. He'll say Stoutland University. The Eagles this offseason, they just signed another player who was considered to be an amazing prospect coming out, an offensive lineman. He was picked in the top 10, so, it's like destined to be a great NFL player. And his career, he was with the Jets, not with the Eagles. And he wasn't very good. He had a lot of injuries, a lot of struggles. His play on the field really kind of deteriorated from when he was in college. But just think about this. This is someone who grew up in America, who, was 21 years old, played college football, played high school football, played NFL football. Supposed to be a top 10 pick. Similar size to the guy that we got from Australia. Wasn't playing well. Then he comes to the Eagles, and he's good. It's illuminating about how important coaching is. This guy's name is Mekhi Becton. If you notice, there was a clip of him after winning the Super Bowl of him basically crying, and the only thing I could think of is this guy, was destined to have this great NFL career. Goes to a place that he speaks out often that he did not like. He did not like the way that he was treated. He did not like the way that he was coached. And then he comes to the Eagles, and his career and his feelings about himself are pretty much resurrected. And so it's just a great reminder that we took a guy who couldn't put on pads and turned him into one of the best players in the NFL, while the guy who played football, similar physical attributes his whole life, couldn't get it together on the football field. And it really goes to show you how if you have a brilliant coach, in whatever it is that you do, brilliant teacher, brilliant mentor, whether it's business, whether it's school, whether it's, class on geometry or mathematics, or if it's a trainer, that having a great coach can be the difference between you succeeding and not succeeding. And it's really, it should be really straightforward, actually. If you have an amazing plan and understand people well, and your plan is, very meticulous, calculated, that you can get the most out of people. You can show them a pathway in order for them to succeed. And I think that's probably the true measure of a coach. They can't do the work for everyone, but they can show them how the work is meant to be done. And then it's up for them to decide. But it just makes me think, for a lot of people, how important it would be to have an amazing coach in their life in the fitness realm. That's my thing. Or in the business realm, how that's helpful for someone advancing their career or their job, or, the type of investing that they do, or, or one teacher might, spark a flame for someone to be interested in mathematics and physics and geometry and seeing how that translates to the real world, while another teacher who's just apathetic and boring, never creates that connection for someone. So if you're in something and you understand this thing has value or you need someone to help you, finding a great coach can be the difference between having success and having failure. And it's just something to keep in mind.